Subgenius Sunday School. The first Easter. Early on Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, along with other women, went to visit the tomb of Jesus. To their surprise, the soldiers who were supposed to be guarding the tomb were dead and their brains had been eaten. They were even more surprised and afraid because the tomb was opened and the body of Jesus disappeared. Mary Magdalene went inside the cave while she was crying. She saw Bob inside. "Why are you crying?" Bob asked her. "Because they have taken away my Lord," she answered. And then another voice behind her said to her, "Mary, if you love me, you let me eat your brain." She turned around and realized that it was zombie Jesus standing behind her. She could not believe her eyes. She went and told the apostles, "I have seen the Lord, and he is a zombie." The apostles could not believe that Jesus was zombie. The great news was too good to be true. As the apostles were gathered together speaking about all of this, Jesus appeared among them and said, "Brains. Brains." As soon as they saw him, the apostles knew that Jesus himself, their beloved teacher, was indeed a zombie. This was an unexpected turn of events. At this point, many people in Jerusalem were talking about seeing zombie Jesus. When the news reached the governor, he asked the soldiers what happened. The soldiers said that as they were guarding the tomb of Jesus, Bob Dobbs came down from heaven and gave them all wedgies, and Jesus rose up from his grave and ate their brains. 40 days after Easter Sunday, the apostles had zombie Jesus cornered at the Mount of Olives. He told them, "You cannot kill the undead." Paul, knowing that the only way to kill a zombie was to use a silver bullet, ran down to the local 7-Eleven store and bought a 12-pack of Coors. As Jesus saw this, he raised his hand and flipped off his apostles. "You think I will drink that swill?" laughed Jesus. Paul said, "But the nudie bar has a 3-drink minimum." "Nudie bar," said Jesus, "why the fuck didn't you say so?" And as Jesus turned to grab the beer, Simon dropped an anvil on his head. As the Roman troops kept the crowd at sway, the centurion told the apostles, "Good work, boys. But you can't really kill a zombie. He will be back in a year." Paul thought for a second, then snapped his fingers. "I have it. Every year at this date, we set a trap with chocolate bunnies and eggs in a basket, then rig the basket up to another anvil. And that is how the tradition of the Easter anvil was started." The end. Or is it?